a feely thing. There's no rules or composition, and it's, if it feels good, you take a photograph.
Clyde Butcher, a world-renowned fine art photographer who specializes in black and white, large, grand landscape images. His work is so breathtaking, he's been called Florida's Ansel Adams.
People see my work and see the black and white and the composition and the printing, and it reflects the quality, I think, that Ansel Adams did. It's different, but it's really, I mean, why wouldn't anybody want to be considered compared to Ansel Adams? I graduated in architecture, and I worked in the field for 5 years after I got out of school. Well, I was actually always interested in photography. My first camera, I was 8 years old. Folks took me to the Grand Canyon and some of the national parks, which I think was a really good introduction to the parks and photography.
Butcher and his wife Nikki moved from California to Florida with their children in the late 1970s after selling a very successful photography business, but at first he was disappointed.
I mean, I was a fan of Flipper, of Sea Hunt, so that's what I thought Florida was all about. I was kind of disappointed when I came down here and discovered that most of Florida's pine trees were all palm trees.
Tragically, the Butcher's 17-year-old son was hit and killed by a drunk driver in 1996. Butcher said he lost the color from his life, destroyed all of his color work, and then focused only on black and white photography using large format cameras. He found solace and healed his soul in the wilderness of the Big Cypress National Preserve.
Getting into it, again, gave me that feeling of intimacy, of primevalness. It's primeval. What this did, it was a way of me doing something positive. When you do things that are right and help people, it makes you feel better.
Butcher, with his wife Nikki at his side, spent countless hours wading through the Everglades. They would haul 60 pounds of camera gear to capture breathtaking images and expansive horizons, taking viewers to parts of Florida most have never experienced. I want to introduce you to the other 50% of this team. This is
or maybe 75%.
She has been on every adventure. And I mean, what a life these two have had. And they have a great family.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have our daughter working with us in our business as well as our son-in-law. So
yeah,
you know,
June 15th will be 55 years.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, 57 if you include
dating.
Clyde Butcher's work is now featured in several galleries, including in Venice, Sarasota, and in the Big Cypress National Preserve. It's there where visitors are invited to go on guided swamp tours to see Florida's natural beauty firsthand.
I think it was the first year we were open. We had a swamp walk for 12 people, and I think 4 years later, in 3 days, we had 1,200. People would come out and say, this is better than Disney World.
Butcher has been awarded with a long list of international, national, and state awards for his artistic, humanitarian, and conservation achievements. He's most proud of receiving the Ansel Adams Award from the Sierra Club and the Florida Artist Hall of Fame Award.
Right next to Jimmy Buffett. And we got Ray Charles. I was there first before Jimmy.
Despite a recent stroke, Butcher is still fulfilling his passion and has much more to see and share with the world.
I'm learning more and more about Florida. And Florida is probably the most mysterious place in the United States. There's just so many places I haven't been to yet here in Florida.